Hello, everybody. Welcome to the MTG Place podcast. I'm your host, Corey, and with me, like always, is Josh. How's it going, Josh?
What's up, everybody?
Let's see. Today we got the green cards, but before we do that, this show is brought to you by you guys, the Patreon. So we have different tiers you can sign up for to support us. You can also support us by just hitting, like and subscribe, and anything else. Refer us to your friends. Word of mouth is good.
Word of mouth is great.
All right, so Magic news. We got, I guess, SpongeBob cards.
Yeah. They went full meme value too. Like they posted all the memes are cards. So I don't know if that's like good or bad. I guess that's the best direction to go if you're going SpongeBob.
Yeah, nothing. It's nothing new, right? It's all just like skins of.
Yes.
Old
Thank
cards.
goodness these aren't mechanically unique cards, or else, people would be saying, oh, Squidward's going to bust up Modern. Like, thank goodness they're not mechanically unique. So yeah, all reprints, but full meme value.
Is it released just as a secret lair then?
Yes. Yep. I'm interested. I didn't really get to see like the packages, but they're doing basic lands again. And if you only get one of each basic land in the secret lair, they're going to probably be pretty expensive again. I don't know why they don't learn that lesson.
Yeah, they need to give you at least 10 of each.
Some 5, so you buy 2 packages or something like
right.
that.
It's like,
other news for Vintage Cube, it's coming back this week, actually. Yeah, on Wednesday.
oh, cool.
But this time they're, instead of doing like seasons, they said it's getting so popular that they're just going to have it all the time.
So now it's never going to come off.
Now it's never going to come off. They're a little worried. It's nice to be seasonal to get like that hype, but they were going to try it out for 2025 to see if there's still hype around everything. So
are they still going to update the card pool once in a while, or what?
Yes. So what they were doing in 2024 was like certain very different archetypes, and they did it like 6 times a year for each set. This time they're only going to do it like 4 times a year and not really worry about like this new set coming out, just kind of like updating it.
Okay.
So we'll see how this approach works out, but I'm excited to actually not worry and check my schedule when Vintage Cube is up or not. That should be nice.
Yeah, that'll be fun. If you want to watch other Vintage Cube, we have those on our YouTube channel as well. We've also been playing a lot of Forge. That's been cool.
Yeah, been playing a lot of Forge. It's really cool. It's interesting.
Let's see. Is that it for the news part? We got you got to try and guess the expensive cards of Tempest.
Oh, Tempest. I like this one. I actually know cards. I got cards this time.
Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's see if you can guess the top. I mean, realistically, you should probably be able to get the top 10 here, but we'll start with the top 5.
Yeah, five is certain plenty. We don't want to drag on this segment, but of course, Earthcraft, my favorite card.
Yeah, it's number 2 most expensive.
Number 2,
Earthcraft.
Number 2. Okay, so there's Ensnaring Bridge, right?
That's not in the top 5.
That's not in the top 5?
Nope.
Is Hatred part of the crew? Is that Tempest? Hatred?
I don't know if that's part of it, but it's not in the top 5.
It's not in the top 5. Okay, I'm running low. Wasteland is in here now, right?
Yeah, but that's like number 8.
Oh my gosh. Dude, the time I know cards, but this set was so powerful. Was Survival of the Fittest? No, that was Exodus, wasn't it? It's not in Tempest.
Yeah, it's not in Tempest.
Oh no, I'm running low on cards. Ancient Tomb. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's number 3.
Can't forget about that game changer of a card.
Ancient Tomb. Number 3. $100 right now. It's crazy. It's uncommon in that set too.
Yeah, insane. Shoot. Okay, I'm really running low on cards. Oh no. Oh no, there's probably like some kind of world enchantment that I'm missing, like the abyss or some bull. Okay, I might need help now.
All right, the number one card is
Mm-hmm.
in. It's played in Legacy Show and Tell.
Show and tell.
Not Show and Tell, no,
Yeah.
but like the card is played in that deck.
Eureka? No, they wouldn't play that card. Where is Eureka anyway? That's in Legends. Okay. Um, played in Show and Tell. Okay.
It's a blue
Nope.
card. I think you play it in one of your commander decks.
Bribery.
Nope.
No. No. Treachery? No. Why would those be in there?
It's $150 right now.
Oh my gosh. I probably have it in one of my commander decks.
It searches for cards.
Oh, intuition.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
intuition.
Yeah. Yep.
So you got Intuition, Earthcraft, Ancient Tomb. All right, number 4 is an elf.
It's an elf?
Mm-hmm.
That's expensive? More expensive
Mm-hmm.
than a wasteland?
You got $60.
Raphaelos.
Not Raphaelos.
No?
It says Banded Commander. I don't know if that was in this set.
This elf's banded commander?
This elf's legal in Commander.
This elf is legal in commander. Oh no. And I can't think of it. Is it the Forest Walk guy? Probably. Is he at Forest Walk?
Yeah.
Okay. Eladarm.
Yeah, Eldamari, the Lord of
Eldamari.
Leaves.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
all elves have Forest Walk and
Yep.
elves have Shroud.
Reserve list.
Yep.
All right. What's number
And then
5?
the 5th one is a white card that everyone hates playing against. It's played in
Oh,
Legacy.
humility.
Vintage.
100%.
Yeah, humility. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Heck
Makes
yeah.
everything a 1/1.
Heck yeah.
Then just
Man.
below that is, a Lurin Scroll Whack and then Wasted.
Lurin. I should have gotten that. There's so many powerful cards in this set. This was pushed.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. They saw Weatherlight. They're like, that's crap. Homelands, that's crap. We got to make Magic fun again.
I guess.
All right. We're on green now.
Yep, we're on green.
All right. We'll start with Afterburner Expert. 2 and a green for a 4/2 Goblin Artificer. He has Exhaust, 2 green, put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature. But the most important part, whenever you activate an Exhaust ability, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So like a little Vengevine thing. If you have multiple in there in the graveyard, just activate one Exhaust.
Yeah. I don't know how good this is going to be in like Constructed or Commander, but in Limited, it's absurd.
Yeah. Commander, right? Too few Exhaust cards, right? It's like when Energy first started, you can.
Like, I don't think it would be good enough in Commander. Maybe in a standard deck you could play it.
I've seen it.
4 copies. You've seen it? Okay.
I've seen it. Someone tried it. There's a a Gruul Delirium deck that has like a bunch of Duskmourn cards like FOMO, Patchwork Beastie, Wicker Brew, Scarecrow. But then they put that red goblin that gives like 1 mana exhaust haste or like makes the 4/4 dragon.
Yeah.
It's like the exhaust payoff, and then trying to put this guy in the graveyard, get him a bunch out. So it's like an aggro Gruul Delirium deck.
It seems okay.
It was okay, yeah. It's definitely not a top tier deck, but I've seen it. I don't like that's probably the best shell for it too. So I don't.
It's also a green goblin, which is weird.
Yeah, that is very interesting. I guess the legends in this deck are Gruul too, the goblins.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, we'll get to them.
All right. The next card we got, I just played with in my most recent draft. Aegosaur Rex. It's 3 green for an 8/8 dinosaur trample. And has cycling for 2 and a green. When you cycle this card, put 2/1 counters on up to 1 target creature or vehicle against trample and indestructible until end of turn. So 5 mana, 8/8 trampler seems good, and then you have the buyout of cycling it.
Yeah. And it's a combat trick too. Because cycling, you can do instant speed, just buff up
Yeah,
one of your
combat trick
guys.
replace itself. It's a great combat trick.
Yeah.
But or turn 5, you just jam an 8/8 trample. Seems good too.
That seems really, really good.
I
In limited. In limited. I
mean,
really
it's
don't
okay.
know.
What about the dinosaur deck in
Yeah.
Commander? Would you put this in there?
Commander, yeah. Yeah, just being able to cycle it
Like
early is
what's the
pretty
dinosaur one you have? The
Gishath.
Gashat. Yeah, you could put this in there, and it's like because I mean, like
Yeah.
if you don't have anything to do early game, you just cycle it.
Yeah, this is not bad. Usually now all the dinosaurs are really being like there's quite a few of them now, so I get to pick and choose instead of just having that vanilla like 10/10 for 5
Yeah.
mana. So most of them now are like either hate bears or like they're an O-ring or they do something. So I don't know. This is kind of on the borderline, but cycling's pretty huge. Like I know I run the 1 mana basic land cyclers from Ixalan, the newest one, but that's 1 mana. That is a big difference between 3 mana and
Yeah.
1 mana. And it's land fixing too, so I don't know. It's close. Like it's not an auto include now that there's so many dinosaurs, but I do think this is a limited bomb. I don't see it in constructed though. Next we got the District Mascot, a 1 green mana for a 0/0 dog mount. This creature enters in with a +1/+1 counter on it. You can pay 1 and a green to remove 2 +1/+1 counters from this creature to destroy target artifact. But when this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on it, has saddle 1.
I mean, it's a good 1 drop for a 1/1 counter commander deck. Like if you have +1/+1 synergies, it's just a decent payoff. You can pull up some artifacts.
Right. Yeah, if you can put +1/+1 counters on it without saddling it, yeah, this seems pretty. If you can get 2 destroy artifacts out of it, so you can 2 for 1 usually. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean it's like at worst, it's like you play this on turn 1. Turn 2, you play
mhm,
something else. You saddle it, swing, and if they block it with something big, you can just kill it off to kill an artifact. So
mhm.
you're always getting something out of with it.
Yeah, that's true. If you do go for the saddle, yeah.
And if they waste a removal spell on it immediately, you're like, okay, you killed my 1 drop. Like, I'm fine with that.
Something to note if you're putting this in +1/+1 counters, like you're doubling season and like uh hardened scales, any of those don't work with creatures enters with. It's whenever you put a counter on. And if it says this creature enters with +1/+1, that's not putting a counter on it. The ability where it says whenever this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on it, that's when you can double it, but not when you first have it enter. So that's a little reminder.
All right, next up we got an insane card here. The Lumbering World Wagon. It is 2 and a green for a star 4 artifact vehicle. This vehicle's power is equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever this vehicle enters or attacks, you search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle, and the crew cost is 4.
Insane.
It's literally, I think, one of the highest win rate cards in
Yeah.
limited. And this seems, I mean, would you just play this over Cultivate? I mean, you don't get 2 lands, but you could. You
Uh,
get more. Just takes
no,
it to.
like for commander purposes, no, unless you have the artifact synergies or something. Like it can run, but the crew 4 is a big cost. Crew 4 is a big cost. Um this has been I saw a standard list with this card and just seemed insane because what as a vehicle with 4 health that dodges like nowhere to run. It dodges all these like certain removal spells. And since it's a vehicle, it dodges board wipes too. So no Day of Judgment, no nothing. And this can just start hitting your opponent pretty hard.
Well, people will
Um,
just start playing that spectacular pile up instead.
I highly doubt that. Just for this one card, this wasn't like in the main meta list, but I saw a list with this card, and I was just like, this might be how Golgari like becomes big now. You run like your Gix's command, your Llanowar Elves. So Llanowar
Yeah.
Elf, World Wagon, turn 2, and just start going off. Seems really fun.
Seems pretty good.
I am loading. Okay. Next we got March of the World Ooze. This is 3 green, green, green for a 6 mana enchantment. Creatures you control have base power and toughness 6/6 and are oozes in addition to their other types. But whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it's not their turn, create a 3/3 green elephant creature token.
Seems decent in Commander. I don't know outside of that how good it is.
Even in Commander, seems. I mean, it's a 6
I mean,
mana do nothing spell. I hate.
it's slow, yeah. But I
I
mean, if you have like a token deck, right? You just slam everything's a 6/6. It's like an overrun.
That's true. That's true. I gotta. It's not a do nothing spell because creatures become 6/6s. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's much better than I was. I was focused on the second part, which like it's not even going to trigger that often.
No, you maybe get one or two out of it. People will just play around it.
But viewing it as like an overrun, that's not bad. Yeah.
Like an overrun with upside.
And like if someone just State of Judgment or like board wipes, everyone's packing board wipes. Like this is an okay spell to lead off of. Like, okay. It's better than I first thought. It's all right. Yeah, it's okay. You would need to be in that token strategy, like you said, for the overrun, and like if you're probably running parallel lives or doubling season, so that green elephant that you're making, you make 2 of, so that's even more value.
Yeah, I mean, you could also play like, is it like all creatures? Like, was it Coat of Arms? All your stuff are oozes. They all get even
Mhm.
bigger.
Yeah, insane. Because it only cares about your creatures too. It's not like your opponents are going to be oozes and get the buff from Coat of Arms.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, actually better than I thought. It's probably not insane, but it seems
It's
fun.
not insane, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Ovaya, the Automerc Artisan, 3 and a green for a 1/2. Each creature that's attacking one of your opponents has trample. You can pay a green, tap it, put a creature or vehicle card from your hand on the battlefield. If an artifact is put on the battlefield this way, you put 2/1 counters on it. So it's like Elvish Piper that can be in the command zone, except for it also throws that trample clause on there,
Yeah.
which
Be
incentivizes
interesting.
your opponents to attack each other a little bit.
Yes, I love that part. Um, but yeah, that it'll be interesting to see it in the command zone. I mean, a bunch of Eldrazi's. Hooray. Here
Yeah,
we
I'm
go.
like, oh, build a deck that could just play big things. The Timmy at me.
It seems pretty good. But didn't we just get like Kuma or whatever from Dustmorn whenever it's tapped has survival? You get to put something out. I guess this is way better than that. You don't need to attack or anything.
Yeah.
This is instant speed too, so you give pseudo haste in a way, like right before it's your turn. Put the
And
creature in the
if you have a
battlefield.
way to like untap it, you can do this more than once too.
That's true. Yep. New. Yep. You are stuck in mono green, but that's the best place to be if you want to play big stuff.
Yep. I don't know. It seems fun.
Yeah, this is
It's
definitely.
it's actually not very good in limited. Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't play it
I
limited
was
because
just about to say this is definitely just a commander.
yeah, only commander would I play
This is
this.
a commander card through and through. Um, especially like in even in standard, it's too fast where you can't play 4 mana and just not do anything.
Right.
So we'll see how the commander shakes out. Next, we got the Regal Imperiosaur. This is a 1 green green for a 3 mana 5/4 dinosaur, and other dinosaurs you control get +1/+1. Our first dinosaur lord.
So this
First
goes in
one.
your Dino EDH deck for sure.
Yeah, it's cheap enough,
It's a
but I
3
was
mana
even
5/4 that buffs all dinosaurs.
yeah, yeah. It's just by +1/+1. That's not like that big for like commander. I mean, it's cool, but you know, dinosaurs are super big. What's the difference between 7 attack and 8 attack?
Yes.
I don't know. But and you don't go that wide. Like, lords are really, really good for like super wide. Like, you got a lot of elves or something, you know. the more it gets
Well,
buffed.
just play Max with Nexus and make all your elves dinosaurs.
Yes. I love Mets. We're going to say that every episode. Pick up your Masswood Nexus, people. Um, Standard, though. Do you remember in Dominaria that, like, green elf that's a 5/4? It was like a 3 mana 5/4.
Okay.
That thing was like running standard back in the day. So this is very similar to it. But now we have Llanowar elves. And from Ixalan, there's a 1 mana Llanowar elf, but only taps to cast dinosaur spells. So now you have
Okay.
8 Llanowar elves in a standard deck, which you kind of want. Like, that means you can reasonably build around it if you have
Yeah.
8 copies of it. So this on turn 2 seems pretty good. Maybe dinosaurs is a thing in standard. I
Maybe.
I mean, having 8 dorks to
I mean,
cast.
it already seems like I could just play a Gonosaur Rex and this and be like mono green Stompy. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so maybe it'll be a thing.
Yeah, I like the fact that you get 8 copies of Llanowar elves in a dinosaur deck. So could push it.
Next up, we got the absurd card, the Thunderous Velocipede. 1 green for a 5/5 artifact vehicle with trample. Each other vehicle and creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if its mana value is 4 or less. Otherwise, it enters with 3 additional +1/+1 counters
There we
on
go.
it and has crew 3. So anything big is bigger, and anything small gets a 1 counter. It's
Yeah,
absurd. It's like a 3 drop. It's like, what?
yeah. I haven't seen this card. This is interesting. It's definitely one like the go wide strategy. Like I said, the wider you go, the more value
Yeah.
you get, and it hits tokens. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if you make 2 tokens, they both come in with 1 counters.
it's pretty insane. Yeah.
You could play a Gonosaur Rex and have it be an 11/11 trample for 5.
Oh goodness, the curve. So that one was 4 mana, right? Yeah,
5 mana, but yeah.
5 mana. Sure. Okay. I don't know. Is
And it could turn into a 5/5 trampler if you needed to. I mean, I like it just as the enchantment effect for 3, basically. Like, if you play
yeah,
Hardened Scales of Doubling Season, you probably play this.
yeah. You need an enabler.
Because it's in between the two, right? So you
Yeah,
have the mana cost,
sure. Yeah.
because one's 5, one's 1. This is your 3 mana 1.
You need to actually play creatures though, or something like.
Yeah, but you always play a hand. Because, I mean, like, you could just cut, like, one of the not so great ones that cost 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to see this played. Like, it is kind of a do nothing for 3 mana, but usually that's set up in Commander anyway. So
I don't know. It seems pretty cool to me.
it's definitely cool, but we'll see how good it is. Now, last but not least, we got the Web Strike Elite. So green for a 3/3 insect archer. 3 each. Haven't seen archers in a while. He's got cycling X green. But when you cycle this card, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment with mana value X.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it plays better than it reads.
I mean, it's a 2 mana 3/3 with reach,
Yeah,
which is
that's
pretty
really
good.
good. Yep.
It's probably decent in, like, standard, or
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
decent in limited, but,
A
like,
good.
in, like, Commander, it's like I'd rather just play, like, what's the 3 mana elf that blows something up? Like,
Yeah, Reclamation Sage for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, just get that
I mean, I
value
guess
up.
if you have a dedicated cycling deck that's green and you have a cycling trigger, but I think the
This.
cycling deck's normally just guy. So,
Yeah, I think this is more of a sideboard card in constructed, maybe like in your 2 copies
yeah.
in your sideboard to blow
But
up.
it's like you could just play Broken Wings, though, too, like, if you're looking for that. Like,
Yeah, or Paw Patch something.
yeah.
I forgot whatever. Yeah, but this is, I guess, is a creature too. Um, it targets if you want to do crimes.
I mean, I guess maybe it's a decent sideboard for that deck where for every creature in the graveyard, that thing gets
Mhm.
bigger. Like, was that
Sure.
there was a
Yeah.
deck I saw with that? Maybe this would go in there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's It's definitely like in that middle ground. Like it's for sure playable, but I don't know. It would be you need the right deck for it.
I mean, I might play the insect tribal deck, I guess. Typal deck, whatever.
Archer typal deck?
Insect.
No, I know, but also
Archer,
Archer. That's
I
huge.
guess.
We
I don't
haven't
know.
seen archers in forever.
Is there even enough archers to make a commander deck?
No, there's probably like 10 now. There's tens of us. I'm just excited for that part. All right, let's get to a jank combo I got for you guys.
All right, what's your jank combo?
We're going to do the new commander card that everybody's talking about, Hashaton, Scarab's Fist. He's a white and black 1/3 zombie wizard, but whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2 and a blue. If you do, create a tapped token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Um, the main thing that everybody's like, this card's already spiked, but Tortured Existence, of course, you're going to run this in this deck. It's going to be so good. It's that 1 mana enchantment, pay a black, choose and discard a creature card, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So to start this is you need a creature card in your graveyard. It could be anything, but then have the card Peregrine Drake in your hand. It's a 4 and a blue, so a 5 mana 2/3 Drake flying. But when he enters the battlefield, untap 5 lands. So you just discard him to Torture's Existence, pay the 2 and a blue, right, to make a 4/4 copy, and then you untap your 5 lands, returning your other thing. And now you have your 5 lands, so that's another black to discard that card, pay that second black, so that's 2 to get Paragon Drake back and discard it, and then the extra 3 to make a copy. So you can just loop that because, right, 2 black to activate Torture's Existence once, 3 for Hashadon, and that's 5 lands. As long as you have 2 black and blue, you can make infinite 4/4 zombie creature tokens.
Oh wow, we broke Drake again.
Drake and Tortured Existence. Oh no. But hey, it's a new commander, so if you're looking to do that sort of thing.
Also work with the 7 mana one, the Palingron or whatever.
Yep, all those untappers go nuts. Paragon Drake's just probably the most well-known one. Maybe you could do Cloud Fairies if you have like Gaia's Cradle. No, you can't run Gaia's Cradle. Any of those lands that tap for more than one. Lotus Field. 2 Lotus Fields out. One Lotus Field and something. Go crazy. I don't know.
All right, my crazy card this week is Clown Car. It is X mana for a 1/1 artifact vehicle from, what was the new Infinity, I think? So,
Infinity.
when Clown Car enters the battlefield, roll a 6-sided die. For each odd result, create a 1/1 Clown Robot creature token, and for each even result, put a 1/1 counter on the Clown Car.
Oh man, this card's legal too.
Yep, it's a legal card. You could roll a bunch of dice with the Clown Car.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
I mean, it's kind of like if you pay 6 of X, you can maybe get 6/1/1s, like,
Yeah.
because you don't get the result. You just, if it's odd or even, like, you get one or the other. So it's each X. Everything you put into X, you roll 1 dice.
So I just again say this is put a +1/+1 counter on Clown Car, so all of your doubling seasons work because it needs to enter the battlefield as its 1/1 crew, but then you get to put those counters on there. So if you got your +1/+1 counter synergies, it works.
There we go. All right. Well, if you want to support the show, please do so by using our TCG Player affiliate link, which can be found in the show notes and at our website, mtgplace.net.
Yeah, and also another way to help support us a bunch is on patreon.com. We just opened up free slots for if you want to just come and join there for some tiers. And we have a Discord too to come hang out and talk. We're always lurking there.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Be notified of all our videos and podcasts when they're released. Thanks for listening. Bye, everybody.
Peace.